Hi everyone, here is English for All, and we have prepared 2 video presentations which are about describing city buildings and of course some grammar points about modal verbs. If you want to know more information about which buildings people will have in a city and what rules we apply when we talk about grammar, we could start right now. So don't click your channel, don't waste your time, let's get started. Here in this video episode, we are going to talk with you about describing different buildings in a city and also identifying which building has which purpose. For example, every city has different buildings like apartment building or a cottage or a bank. And of course, we have more words for you to learn if you want to boost your knowledge in English vocabulary. So get started and be attentive.
So hi everyone. Today in our video program, we're going to talk with you about buildings in a city. Firstly, let's take a look at the definition and try to figure out which definition is the best one and which definition you could choose. So a house, usually in the countryside or near the sea, especially in Southern Europe, and often one that people can rent for a holiday. What is the name for that? Skyscraper, mansion, cottage, or villa? Now you take some time to find the answer. This building is called villa. Here we go to the next question. A very tall, modern building, usually in a city. Let's take a look at the options we have. Skyscraper, villa, cottage, mansion. So what's the name of this building? Let's take a look and find out the answer. Actually, this place is called a skyscraper. A small house, usually in the countryside. What's the name of this place? A skyscraper, villa, cottage, or mansion. So this place is called cottage. A very large, expensive house. Skyscraper, villa, cottage, or mansion. So this place is called a mansion. An organization where people and businesses can invest money, change it to a foreign currency. It's a castle. or an apartment building. A mall or a bank. Now let's take a look at the answer. It's a bank. Large, usually covered shopping area. A castle. An apartment building. A mall. Or a bank. Now you can take your time to think. This place is called a mall. A large building that is divided into apartments. A castle. An apartment building. A mall. A bank. What do you think is the answer? Let's take a look at it. This place is called an apartment building. A large stone building built in the past by a ruler or an important person to protect the people inside from attack. It's a castle. An apartment building. A mall. Or a bank. That was a presentation, Buildings in a City.
Here in this video episode, I'm going to talk with you about a grammar corner which is called modal verbs. You know, in English we have different verbs, and some groups are called modal verbs. We use modal verbs to describe also the attitude of a speaker toward an action. If you know, we have can, should, have to, must, and different more. And if you want to know them all, go to the presentation and be attentive.
Hi and welcome back to Grammar Corner. Today in our Grammar Corner, I'm going to talk with you about modal verbs. Let's take a look how modal verbs work in English. So we have a question. Why do we need modal verbs in English? And what are they? What's the difference between just a usual verb and a modal verb? The modal verbs help us show speakers' attitude to an action. That is the answer we often say. What it could be if you want to speak about ability or request. Sometimes permission, supposition, prediction, obligation, necessity, or just different other attitudes. You see, modal verbs help us again to show our attitude to an action. In English, we have different modal verbs. In today's video presentation, I will take a look with you at such modal verbs as should, should, can, can, could, could, be able to, be able to, may, may, might, might, must, and have to, must, have to, need, need. You see, we have a lot of modal verbs, and in this presentation we will take a look at them and we will try to figure out the difference between these modal verbs, why people use them, or what is their practical usage in English. So let's start with the first modal verb. This modal verb is can. Usually, can is used to speak about present ability. Let's take a look at an example. I can speak a foreign language. He can ride a bicycle well. Her mother can cook dishes from French cuisine. In all these examples, I'm talking about different abilities. The past form of can is could. Here, more examples go. I could speak Chinese when I lived in Beijing. He could play Monopoly when he was 12. Her mother could run fast when she was younger. Can and could have sometimes different meaning. We use them to speak about polite request. For example, if you want something another person to do, you could say, "Can you open the window, please? Could you speak more slowly, please? Can you buy some cheese and butter, please?" So you see, we use them for request. Here is another modal verb, to be able to. We use to be able to when we want to highlight or emphasize ability in a special situation. I think you'll be able to book a train ticket in London. Last year, he was able to win the prize. I'm able to write a good story for this new book. Again, we used to be able to when we talk about current ability. May. May is used for permission. Let's take a look at an example. May I ask you a question, please? May I use your phone, please? Yes, you may. May I use your smartphone, please? Here is another modal verb. May and might. May and might are used to express possibility. Here are some examples. Take an umbrella. It may rain. He might not go to Italy this year. She may buy a new car if she saves enough money. Must. Must is a modal verb we usually use for obligation. Let's take a look at an example. He must go, he mustn't be late. He must drink some water, he's very thirsty. We mustn't touch anything in the gallery. Need. Need is used for necessity. For example, let's go grocery shopping because I need to buy some sugar. You don't need to shout. Buy some honey. You'll need it for your recipe. Have to. That's about obligation. For example, do you have to work on Saturday? You don't have to check all the emails. Why did they have to take a taxi? Should. Should is used for recommendations or advice. For example, I think you should eat healthily. I think they should spend money wisely. You shouldn't go to bed late if you wake up so early. That was a presentation about modal verbs.
Let's speak about the results we have achieved today. Today we talked with you about different buildings in a city, and I hope now you know more words which will help you to speak about any city in the world. And of course we talked with you about one important and really big part of English grammar called grammar and grammar parts, or sometimes we call that modal verbs. So it's time to say goodbye and keep studying English. Have a nice day and take care.